Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
And I think the reason why is because there's so much.
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate, Uncut and After Show. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with all the Flat Earth Debate pre-show and after-show goodness. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere. There's also a PayPal and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly though, if you would like to join the discussion or watch the show live, there's a link to the Flat Earth Debate channel in the info box below this video. Now we're currently in the interim stages between the two live debates, so I will pass over to the panel and you can enjoy their dulcet tones while I set up for the next show.
Gee, I hope Arwen's okay.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll join.
It's been a while.
Live right now.
I don't know if he's live now.
Let me check.
You can blame Jose.
Did you say he's ended? He's ended his live stream.
I don't know. I just said we could blame Jose.
Just for the benefit of those watching this debate in isolation. So, during the last show, Arwen had a complete meltdown.
Nah, I think we'll just say he was pissed off with somebody. Or something. It's probably Jose. He's probably pissed off with Jose because Jose's joined the dark side.
And he's just chosen to believe, which is the part for me that drives me nuts when I listen to him, but that's the problem.
Nathan, did you get any snow overnight?
Yeah, we got snow here. It just didn't settle.
Yeah, we got
miserably.
We got snow as well. I woke up to go to the toilet at about 6 in the morning. And obviously I had to come and spread the good news throughout the house because the pussycats loved snow. Tilly's never experienced it, but the other two have. So obviously at 6 o'clock this morning, pitch black, I've got 3 hoons running around the garden, chasing each other and biting each other and generally just being lunatics in the snow.
Yeah, Arwen is still alive. It appears Issa's still with him on there, so seems to be calm enough. I didn't really listen, but seems to be okay.
Does that mean we can proceed?
Yeah.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Live. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere. There's also a PayPal and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly though, if you would like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching. Then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the shape of the Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcomed back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show on Facebook and Twitter. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now we are joined by The Plain Truth, Sleeping Warrior, Flatten Earth and Chocolate Saying. Good to have you all.
Woo!
Hello. What?
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. So the last
Who was
show...
that grumpy bugger?
Sorry, go on.
Who was that grumpy bugger?
Can't really hear you. Say that once more.
Who was the grumpy bugger that went, "Hello"?
Hello.
Flat on Earth.
It's me.
Good to have you all.
Yeah, flattener.
So the last show's housekeeping was hijacked by Arwen's meltdown, so I'm hoping we can just rattle through it, keep it concise, for those people who might have tuned into the show having had no experience with Flat Earth debate. Our best points, our best questions. First of all, any signs of curvature?
No.
Nope. No signs of curvature, just obstruction.
Perfect.
Any obstructions curve?
To a globe head, indeed. Any signs of axial rotation of the Earth-based variety?
Yeah, sunrises and sunsets, Nathan.
Yes, that would
Any
require
signs
affirming the
that-
consequent formal logical
Any
fallacy.
signs that a ball could have an axis and a tilt? Still a ball.
Yeah,
And
what
if you
governs
presuppose
what
it's a ball-
direction the axis and tilt sits in? What makes it do that?
Yeah. And then what makes it actually rotate on that axis? I mean, the whole notion is just, I don't know. But anyway, no signs of axial rotation. Just
No.
movement of the sky.
I suspected not. Any signs of scientific evidence of gravity?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, not the usual
Nope.
from Travis. Fair enough, let's move on. Any evidence that you can have a gas pressure without a container?
Nope.
No, nothing.
To quote a certain teacher, without the balloon, you have no pressure.
Conspiracy Cats, 2018. Well quoted. Any evidence that you can have a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth?
Nope.
Maybe Paul Voigt's still working on that for us? I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
Paul Voigt.
apparently he's still got it,
Forgot
but
about
we're
him.
too stupid.
What about
Apparently
this?
he does have it, but we're too stupid to understand it, so he won't let us have it.
I
Oh,
see.
is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he says.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
Any evidence of the distance to the sun?
Nope.
No distance.
Well, last but not least, any evidence of the presuppositional R value? Earth radius.
No.
No.
Excellent. Well, that's good. I like to get housekeeping out of the way. That's the whole point of it. So far, not so good. I was expecting, or geared up by Unorthodox himself, a presentation in regards to gravity today. So I tried to convince him to do it at the end of the last show, which would have gone out to the bigger audience. Shout out to all of you watching this on Nathan Oakley 1980 on the after show, but he chose not to and said, no, I'd rather do it live in front of a smaller audience. Well, fine. We are on a very small channel at the moment, so not that matters. It will eventually obviously go out to the bigger audience, if you're, like I say, watching this on the premiere. But yeah, no signs of Unorthodox. Where is he?
Yeah. And
I think
was
he's a
talking to him
manifestation,
about
isn't
this.
he?
I was talking to him
Maybe
about
he's-
this yesterday, and he kept thinking that you were trying to avoid it to make it not happen. And I told him that's not the case because you guys are having a good discussion and to just leave it for today. So now I hope what he takes from it is, since you called out for him, that that's not the case. It was just a timing thing.
What, he really thinks that we ran from his request yesterday?
Yeah, the last couple days. And I kept telling him, no, that's not the case. Just be patient.
That sounds like a bit of drama. He's just trying to build it up a bit, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll buy it.
Definitely. But right now has disproven that. So I just hope he takes that from it.
Okay, I'll even play along. Oh no! I hope Unorthodox doesn't join. He might present as proof of gravity.
I was
No.
scared, man. I was scared.
You might have to shut the show down, Nathan, if he comes
Oh
on
no!
and blows us out the water.
Oh
Well,
no!
I'll just play devil's advocate.
Even Eleanor said, "Oh no."
I'll play devil's advocate just because it's a good opportunity for me to stab him a little bit. I've never come across somebody that professes to have a degree and be so retarded in the whole of this discussion. I mean, he's as bad as Bob the science guy, who doesn't realise that you need to manipulate your independent variable to have a scientifically valid experiment. He thinks that you don't have to do that. He thinks that correlations are acceptable results in a scientific experiment that proves a cause and an effect relationship. And he's unorthodox. He's of that kilter. He's not a full shilling, it would appear.
He called a refrigerator a part of the natural world the other day.
Did he?
Oh yeah, we got toaster laws. That's right.
Terrible.
What, you never
And
went into the
Zinder
forest?
agrees with that. I couldn't believe it. Zinder agrees with that.
What, you never went into the forest somewhere and saw like some random refrigerator just hanging out? That's not a regular occurrence for you?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, nah.
I think he comes in just
that's
intentionally to
silly.
troll. I can't honestly see how he can genuinely believe this nonsense that he pushes. But that being said, Lewis is the same. Lewis thinks that you can form a hypothesis and without doing any experimentation whatsoever to prove the hypothesis. It requires somebody that would have to disprove the hypothesis before he will reject that his hypothesis is false, without having done any experimentation whatsoever. And I'm like, Lewis, you're gonna have to go on the block list, mate. That is just an absurd position to take. I like Lewis, but if he's really arguing this position, I'm sorry, but you're too thick to be in this discussion, in my opinion. And then he has this like patronizing, condescending tone to his voice where he says, I'm challenging you with what you understand. And I'm like, you're the one that's out of place here, dickhead, not me.
That was a pretty good Lewis voice. You're good at that.
Oh, it's bad. I'm challenging what you believe.
Really? I saw somebody call him MK Lewis in the chat. I thought
MK Lewis.
Cool. Yeah.
I just remind myself of that time when I asked him how far away, how do you know the distance to the sun? And he just like blankly stared around the room as though like he had no idea whatsoever. Inconveniently timed, but made him look terrible. MK Lewis. Anyway. Does anybody know if Arwen's finished yet?
Gonna poison this stream as well, isn't it? Where's unorthodox when you need him?
No.
Or maybe Wiggles will come back, you know.
Oh Jesus, no, please. Do you know, I was saying in the pre-show to Nathan that Jaren and I were having a quick chat, like a catch-up, like the other day, and he said, I'm going to go and walk the dog, or go for a walk, I think he said, and I'm going to listen to Nathan's show whilst I'm out. And I said, don't bother, it was only Wiggles being a dick. I said, there's just nothing in there of any use whatsoever. Jaren then went live later on that day with, I'm not sure what video it was, but basically said that he thought the show was fantastic because Nathan basically chops these people's heads off. And I thought, you thought Wiggles was a good show? I thought it was a terrible show. But guess it goes to show what everybody's got their own perceptions of what they consider to be good, I guess.
Well, it's a misinterpretation on your part, but it's understandable from this side of the panel, Anthony. So, for example, Wiggles, when he refuses to concede a point, I want that to go on indefinitely because it shows the level of zealotry these guys, or cognitive dissonance, whatever you poison, whatever you prefer, how high that is, because they literally, even having it explained to them 10 times in a row, with them giving their concessions and agreeing with your point at the end of it, when you say, so you accept that it's not just Earth curve like you asserted, and they cannot do it. That is uncomfortable to watch. I've read several comments that have said, look, that was really difficult to watch. On the other hand, you know, it highlights nicely that they are literally religious zealots.
Yeah, and have you noticed that they never ever concede any point ever? Never. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because it flies in the face of their religious belief. So they can't concede it, even when they understand it, and you've taken it through with their examples. So at the moment I'm getting a little bit of stick because the examples that are being used aren't necessarily the most cohesive for somebody that might not have heard the argument before. And it's like, well, it's a debate, right? Well, unfortunately, I'm trying to do it with their diagrams. You know, in the case of whoever was on yesterday, their perspective exclusive side elevations, you know, with no horizon in them. And they're trying to show that the angles stay the same. But
we need to rephrase that. You know, that orthographic view? I like the phrase that you used yesterday. Do you remember what it was that you said?
Muppet vision.
Yeah, that's a really good description.
Yeah, well, it is Muppet vision, isn't it? You never get to see the side of your own head, and the thing you're observing simultaneously in the same frame. It is Muppet vision.
I love it. I think we should use that word every time they go into orthographic. Instead of calling it orthographic, we use the phrase Muppet vision.
I gave Unorthodox a link. He said he got up a little late, so he should be coming in.
Fair enough. It is early for him.
I gave him the link hours ago. He asked for it early yesterday, and I said I'd pass it in early today.
Okay.
Muppet vision. It's just the best thing in the world. And then you could name all the Muppets that use it. Like, you know, like I can't remember any of the Muppets now. Oscar and Gonzo. M. Scott Veach might be Gonzo, for example. And give these all these Muppets names.
So as it comes on screen, come on then, Gonzo. Let's have your Muppet vision.
Yeah.
Beaker.
Beaker, yeah. Beaker would be bloody Rumpus.
I love Beaker.
Rumpus. I wonder where Rumpus is. I wonder if he's died or something. I haven't heard from him for a while.
Who are the two grumpy men that sit in the balcony?
Bert and Ernie.
Is that Bert and Ernie? No.
The Muppet Show. The Muppet Show.
It's like Stellman and Geller or something like that.
That was from the Muppet Show. The two old guys.
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie were 8. I'm sure that's who Nathan's on about.
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah, Statler and Waldorf.
That's it. That's it. That would be Al Kay and Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Just grumpy old sozzled men.
Earth Flattener, did you look that up?
Yeah, I didn't watch the Muppets.
I used to love them.
They were classic. They were absolute gold.
They were the best.
That was such a great era.
Yep.
It was too dim. It was like too dimly lit for me. I liked the other one. What was Sesame Street, because it was brighter and more vibrant.
Sesame Street had Oscar the Grouch.
Do you know who Nathan would be out of Sesame Street?
Oscar the Grouch, what people would call him.
Oscar the Grouch.
I stopped watching Sesame Street after Big Bird's arrest. Just disgraceful.
I stopped watching Sesame Street when Miss Piggy and Kermit split up.
Got a really dirty joke, but it's not family friendly. I won't tell it. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, Muppet vision, absolutely. Side elevation. You never get to see the side of your own head.
Oh my God, Nathan, you were killing me with that Muppet vision yesterday.
It's just the best description in the world ever.
Would you agree?
Yeah, it really is.
It is really hard to make your point. I'm going to do a big shout out to Flat Earth Perth. I mirrored his video this morning, so I don't watch Slice Arcane, but it was nice that with literally zero effort, well, I'll say 0 effort, maybe 3 minutes work mirroring Flat Earth Perth's video. Excellent opportunity for him to get an advert out of me. Wonderful. So hopefully he picks up a few subscribers for it. But without even knowing that Slide tried to debunk me with a fallacious argument, someone had debunked it, and I just got to mirror it without giving even the slightest of consideration, which is just awesome.
Well, to be fair, you did make a little mistake.
Oh yeah, go on.
Well, Sly's point technically, pedantically, was right. What he was saying was that when you were drawing your lines, what you should have done was drew your lines from the observer's feet up to the object that you're looking at, but you did it from the sky down to the object and things in the sky, and that makes it like it opens the bigger angle up. But I think most people understood the point that you were making because you were trying to translate it through a third party that was trying to do what you were asking him to do.
Precisely. Precisely. Yeah. After the fact, I thought about it and it's like, well, if I'd have told him to draw the first line of the angle down to his feet, but that would change also, because if you think about it, that first bottom line that he's drawing in Muppet Vision represents the horizon, right? Well, as you lower, your the frame of the ground in front of you will rise up as you lower, and that changes where that effectively that first line of the angle in Muppet Vision would be. You know, it would actually recede rather than go forward, so it would limit the angle. So again, it's riddled with contradictions when you're trying to explain the effects of the horizon rising up when you're in Muppet Vision and there's no horizon. Literally in that depiction you can see indefinitely, forever, because there's no horizon, there's nothing happening with the actual perspective that's represented through your camera. That's why they do it. That's why they have Muppet vision.
I agree. I've heard ballers saying that there shouldn't be a horizon on a flat Earth, and I'm like, where the hell has that started from? Which Muppet has said that? It can only be one of two or three protagonists, but I'd love to know where it started.
They're so brainwashed by Muppet vision that doesn't have a horizon. So every time they misrepresent what a flat Earth should do, they put it in Muppet vision, and they've got so used to it that they ignore the fact that there's a horizon in reality.
Muppet vision, Muppet vision.
That's Chuckle vision.
Yeah, I'm sure you could bastardize that tune and make it into Muppet vision, and get it on a hotkey so that when they say it, you can just play it. Muppet. Yeah, you could. That'd be really good. Get it to Mr. Cheswick. I'm sure he could do it. That guy's got some skill with music, though.
Troll. He's just a troll that's on our side.
It might be, but that particular piece of music that I use of his for the my intro and outro on my show is exceptionally good quality.
What? It's My Old Man's a Dustman.
Soundly is a wanker, he wears a wanker's hat. I don't know what the real words are.
My old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat.
Right, so yeah, that's the tune.
Hey, Arwin.
It's fabulous.
Hello, Arwin.
Hi.
So,
What's up, Arwin?
What was your meltdown about?
I'm all right.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah, what was all that about? Come on.
What is all that about?
Yeah, we had rumors.
You heard rumors.
Well, we
it
saw
was
you.
about
I saw you on
me.
my iPad shouting at the iPad, but obviously we were in the middle of a live show, so other than
I heard a rumor
about...
that it was Jose that said that the Earth was a ball. Is it true?
No.
Oh.
I think it's a cascade of several elements that weirdly leaked through and slapped me in the face. Basically my attempt to avoid inside my mind, the pedophile issue. Basically not wanting to deal with it, and weird snappy reflexes from other people that I don't even know.
What pedophile issue are you referring to?
The worldwide pedophile plague.
Oh, so this isn't one that's unique or specific to you. It's the general one. That
Also, with my very long ago past life, yes.
I am absolutely no clearer about what you had a meltdown about. Anybody on the panel got any idea what the issue is off the back?
Well, if we're reading,
Thus not subscribed.
But you're just gonna have to watch the hangout. And
I agree.
rage.
That's fair enough. Go and subscribe to Arwin and check out his last meltdown. I mean, hangout.
Yeah, my last foaming at the mouth performance.
Were you crying?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was quite serious then.
Yeah.
Just tell us. Other than the fact that there's
Well, what's
pedos.
there to tell? I kept it off. I tried to avoid it because I felt I couldn't rationally handle it, and I can't. And so I just let through the rage. Let it boil up through all the barriers that I put there all my life.
What triggered it?
As I said, little confrontational weird things, snappy things from outsiders.
Well, I think I'll be echoed if I say that everyone on the panel is there for you, Arwin.
Okay, thanks.
We're right behind you. I'll push you off.
That's
I'm
right.
only
Sounds
joking.
just wrong.
I'm only joking.
Yeah, Arwin, I'm sorry you're going through this. Right.
It's just a thing.
You know
it's
what?
not
You know
gonna
what, though,
stay.
Arwin?
Look. It's just that I've been immersed in that liberal culture, and the whole freaking pedophilia thing was part of it. And there have been attempts to defile me when I was a kid, and thankfully, at least my mother and my dad, they did defend it. But it's just being confronted with that and the way that I responded to it as a kid. You know what I did? Yeah, and that makes it so infuriating. I just said, no, I'm gonna see the light. I'm gonna believe that there is innocence to it. And that's what pulled me through it. And that was just wrong, and it burned me, and now this is the lashback of it all.
Can we not just blame Jose?
I got the weirdest stories from my background, and it's really... It's not as bad as some of the shit you get to see today, you know? At least they didn't encourage me to be a tranny or whatever, thank God.
Hello, Ranty.
Ranty, what's up, man?
Hey guys, you alright?
Yo.
Hey, so I've got a quick
chilling.
science question that it's been a while since I've been in science. So isn't the idea with the tides and the moon that so right now I was at the beach and the tide was high all the way up to the rocks, so there was absolutely no beach, but the moon was directly overhead. Now I thought that it was the moon that pulled the tides away. So the proximity of the moon to the earth pulls the tides away. But I was seeing a high tide and the moon was directly above. Is that correct, or am I not remembering things?
No, the tides pull the water towards it. Sorry, the moon pulls the tides towards it. Apparently,
that's what I'm
it
saying.
Doesn't have any correlation.
No, I know that it doesn't. I'm just trying to say what the narrative is, that the moon as a mass pulls the tides toward it, which would mean that the tides should be receding, and when the moon is away, the tides then proceed, and so there's a high tide and a low tide. But my point is that it's a high tide right now, and the moon is directly overhead, so that would seem to contradict the narrative.
I don't think it does. I think the narrative is such that the moon's gravity is pulling the water towards the moon.
Right.
So if it's directly overhead and you've got a high tide, that would be perfectly in line with their narrative.
It would be?
Yeah, I think so.
But no, the tide would be pulled away from the edge of the land, not pushed towards it. Because low tide means that it's receding, it's going away from the land. That would be being pulled toward the moon.
Well, no, the water going towards the moon would be the water going towards the moon.
Okay.
Either way.
Lovely how the moon is so strong that it could just overcome, its gravity could just overcome the Earth's and just manipulate water, but not any water, just salt water. It's funny how fickle gravity is. Does what it wants to do when it wants to do it.
Gravity is not sentient. It's not even scientifically proven.
Yeah, I know.
It's an aberration, a suggestion.
It's a cool story, bro. That's what gravity is.
Oh, Ranty.
Let's plug the UK convention next year. Robin, Lifting the Lid, is doing the UK convention next year. If you haven't checked it out or you've not heard about it, make sure you go to Lifting the Lid's channel and you'll find out all the up-to-date information on the convention that's going to be held in Kidderminster, outside the West Midlands, I believe. Nathan, are you going?
The one in Kidderminster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lifting the Lid. If you've not got your tickets, I don't know how much. I've not seen the prices yet, and I'm not really up to date with it. But too far for me to consider it. September. It's the second week in September, I believe.
Kidderminster, near Birmingham. Excellent stuff. Yeah, I'll be on the debating panel.
Obviously, Kidderminster is where Rachel from Radio 1 used to be. Or was grown, or whatever it is the phrase these days.
I don't know someone's cutting your mic. I don't know if someone else has got their mic open. So is that the end of the Arwen escapade? I was going to ask Ranty to translate the Arwen explanation as he watched in the audience.
Sorry, what?
So I wasn't I wasn't around, Nath. I've just walked in.
I saw you in the audience.
Yeah, but what?
I thought you maybe it was CGI Ranty and I only just had a quick glance.
unless I magically signed in whilst I was out.
It must have been CGI Ranty.
There you go.
Hey, Ranty,
I didn't pay much attention to chat.
Ranty, you're in the mood with me because I give Chris MCM a shield.
Yeah, you're a prick.
Ranty's in the mood with me because Chris MCM. I know that Nathan and Ranty don't particularly like him, but I see that he gets unfairly treated. I know he can be a dick and he can admit it himself, but I gave him a wrench so he could use it as a shield because Ranty would immediately kick him and ban him and stuff, and I don't want him being banned. So Ranty doesn't like it, and he's called me.
No. What he's doing is he's using his ability as a moderator to say whatever the hell he wants. Now he's even worse. I mean, what you don't realize is that protection allows him to then say anything he absolutely wants, and he does. I mean, he was attacking me personally with members of my family that have died, and taunting me about that. And when I asked,
that's not cool at all, man.
No, it's not. And you know, where does that come in Flat Earth? Where does that get? I mean, what does it justify him still maintaining a wrench for that simply because he knows that he can say what the hell he wants?
Yeah, but number one,
I've told him that he's only to use it as a shield, not as a sword.
Well, he was using it to literally attack everybody, say anything he wanted, call out dead members of my family over that, you know. And yeah, I'm going to get pissed off with that.
Yeah, just off of that, I don't know. I think we should talk about, well, at least Riley should talk about revoking that because that's not fucking cool at all. Sorry.
No, I agree, and I've told him. I've said to use it as a shield, not as a sword, and he understands what I mean by that. And I don't think he will do it again. If he does, then he'll be punished suitably.
So, in all of this, you were totally innocent then, Ranty. I mean, you didn't talk about his depression or anything like that, did you?
No, I had him blocked for the longest time, and I saw all this chat going off in the side chat. So I listened to what was going. So I unblocked him so I could see what was actually being said because you were having an argument with him, so other people were having an argument with him. So I put pills for, you know, like an indication thingy for pill for Chris MCM, and he responded by immediately going on the tack and going and talking about my dead family and stuff.
Jesus.
And I'm like, holy shit! What I didn't know what I'd gone into, essentially.
But you're completely famous still, Ranty, eh?
No, but if he triggers me and he's sitting behind the shield and I'm messaging you on Skype and saying this guy doesn't deserve to be in there because he's saying this, that, and the other, and you're constantly getting provoked by him, of course I'm going to respond. What do you want me to do? Not do anything?
Just ignore him. That's what I told him, to ignore like you, and for you to ignore him, and that's the way it needs to be because I don't want a guy getting banned. But on the other hand, I want him to behave. So I've told him he has to be nice.
What are we talking about?
Makes you feel any better, Ranty. Alan B's not got a wrench. Ranty?
Ranty's gone on mute.
Oh, we might be on protest.
Neither do I. Unorthodox said he's almost ready. So.
By the time he gets in, it'll be conveniently too late for him, won't it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope so. I really don't want to see this. Could be the end of my flat Earth belief.
Right.
Oh shit!
Please don't join Unorthodox. We can't bear to be humiliated.
I'm pretty sure that we'll have this one sorted, Nath.
I don't know, you know, he had a lot of bravado. He seemed pretty confident.
Well, isn't that the definition of the Dunning-Kruger syndrome, where you perceive that you've got better abilities than what you actually have, and then you find out that you actually don't have these abilities at all, and then you reject and fight the obvious destruction of your perception. Textbook Dunning-Kruger syndrome.
My understanding of Dunning-Kruger was that they set a load of applicants a test, and then said to them after the test, "How well do you think you did?" Hey, Unorthodox, I will introduce. Just give me 1 sec. They said, "How well do you think you've done on the test?"
Did I hear somebody talking smack?
Yeah, that was us.
Did I just hear that?
I was just saying that you appear to present more prowess than what I believe that you deserve. So I'm really looking forward to how we're going to have a conversation about gravity at the minute. So
okay, I'm almost there. I just want to jump on. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll hang out and we'll address it here in like a minute to 2 minutes.
That's perfect. So I can end my explanation of Dunning-Kruger. So they asked the participants in the test, "How well do you think you did?" Now, the more conservative or modest people amongst the students that were asked after the test how they did would say, "Oh, I don't think I maybe researched enough on this area, or maybe I didn't do so well. I'll reserve judgment," things of that nature. They were the ones who did better on the tests, and the guys who came out and went, "Breezed it, no worries, sorted, I did superbly," were the ones who did worse. In other words, the ones that don't know how dumb they actually are think they're smarter than they actually are. There we go, that's Dunning-Kruger. Hopefully that's been a long enough segue to let Unorthodox get his stuff together. We shall see.
Well, I've been talking to Unorthodox for the past couple of days, and he seems to be of the conspiratorial mind as far as, vaccinations and things like that. So I think he does have an open mind. It's just this flat earth thing, I think, that kind of gets in the way, because he seems to be of the scientific so-called mind, mainstream mind. But yeah, he's all right.
Training.
I don't know. I think he's got a degree in something, and I think he's an engineer, kind of engineer. Yet he doesn't query why gravity has no evidence to prove that it's true. Believes Cavendish, which isn't an experiment, fails to realise that it's not an experiment.
Hold on, stop this. Hold on, no. This is unfair. Don't poison the well. He's just getting his stuff together.
No, you're right. I shouldn't poison the well.
I mean, I don't care. You guys go ahead. I'm just getting my iPad out here because I want to mark up.
Fair game. Yeah, this guy that's about to make this presentation is a complete moron.
Well, I mean, I tell you this. I mean, I've done a lot of work, guys. Like, I'm not just like any other. I'm not a typical baller. Okay, I've looked at a lot of this stuff.
No, fair enough. It was explained to us earlier that Einstein had spent at least 10 years thinking about this, so I'm sure you've.
Yeah, as long as you have diagrams for us.
Yeah, definitely. Diagrams definitely help.
Orthodox, but you are as typical a baller as they come.
No, most ballers don't examine this stuff and do experiments, and that you think most ballers you're gonna meet on the street have examined most of your arguments.
Excellent. So hopefully we'll get to your experiment. Are you ready?
Yeah. 1 second. I'm almost here.
So you're gonna do an experiment? Is that what you're doing?
Well, it's not at that point. It's at a demonstration point right now. I can get it to an experiment point. I'm here in like maybe tomorrow, but it's not in an experiment format right now. It's just a demonstration. Sorry,
before the experiment, you have a hypothesis.
No, it's not. I just told you it's not an experiment format. It's a demonstration at this moment. You want me to come back and walk through all the scientific stuff with you? I can do it tomorrow. I don't have that prepared in this format right now. This is just like a live demonstration.
Okay,
you got to present me.
Yeah.
Unorthodox, what you have to realize, first of all, is what Nathan is saying to you is, if you're going to come to us tomorrow with an experiment, you have to have an hypothesis today. What is your hypothesis?
And a phenomena.
Well, I can do that. We'll do that tomorrow. This is just a demonstration right now.
So, I see. So it's a demonstration. No, fair enough. It's step one. He's going to show us the phenomena. That's excellent. Okay.
Is it a mic drop moment?
Well, I showed this to you. Got to present me. Hold on, let me turn off my camera and make sure this is framed up.
Yeah, we got it. We got a blue liquid with a bottle. Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
But you got to. You have to understand, it's not the bottle that's inside has no bottom.
I don't. Oh, do I not have it live? Hold on.
I think he's trying to take the mickey and say you're doing a water bong.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure it's framed up here properly. Okay, so right, this has no bottom on it. It's cut off at the bottom. I can pull this out and show you. It hasn't. You see that?
Are you gonna make you gonna make a gravity bong, and that's your proof of gravity, brother?
No. This is my disproof of your. This is my disproof. This is the null hypothesis. This could be the null hypothesis for your gravity. Basically, I can disprove your version of gravity, density, and buoyancy. When I pull this up, the water is falling down into something that's the exact same density. So, and I showed this to the Plain Truth yesterday, and then there's a vacuum that's created on top here by this cap, right? And that makes it actually want to go up. So if I stick my mouth on the top of this lid and suck, that makes a vacuum, and it's going to want to go up. So the vacuum's working against you here.
Right. So let me ask you real quick, Unorthodox. Where is this in nature? Where have you observed this? Because you're not showing us something in nature that you're trying to perform an experiment with. Where does this happen in nature?
I would say this is just basically the same thing as a leaf falling off of a tree, kind of.
Sorry,
You've seen
How is
something
that
fall
in any
down.
way comparable?
Sorry, a
What do you
water
mean something's
bong.
falling?
This is not the same as a leaf. This is a water bong.
No, that's not a water bong. There's no weed. But look here. So,
Just let me get this straight, Unorthodox. Are you telling me that you feel that a gravity bong proves gravity?
can you? No, it disproves that it's not just density and buoyancy. You can see this. You know, we've got 1 kilogram per meters cubed. That's the density of the water, and it's falling directly into something that's 1 kilogram per meter cubed. So something else is going on here, guys. That's pretty clear.
I explained this yesterday.
Well, let's
No, you didn't. You ran up. Dude, you didn't explain anything.
Let's
You
not hear
ran
what
off
happened
pretty
yesterday.
quick, man. You were pretty
Hold on.
stumped.
Unorthodox, hold on. Let's just hear it. Let's just hear it again, Travis.
I believe that my point yesterday was that he has created a container that is holding the water that is experiencing the vacuum. So when he pulls the bottle up, he's containing a volume of water. Now, if he were to remove that container, the water would still fall. The liquid would still fall and then displace the volume of the other container. So all he's demonstrating is Archimedes' principle. The bottle that he's using is simply Archimedes' physical body getting in the water and getting out of the water. That's all we're observing. It's displacement.
I agree.
Man, this is a direct contradiction to y'all's theory.
Sorry, what theory?
What's the
Hold on. You seem to misunderstand what's going on here. We have no theory. We state relative density, which is demonstratable. You assert gravity and feel that this gravity bong proves it. Is that correct?
No, this disproves your version of gravity.
How?
No. Sorry, our version is the same as your version, minus the 1/50 millionth element of gravity. You also have density and buoyancy. These things don't just exist because we say that the bullshit gravity bit isn't needed. So what are you talking about? This is you telling me you defy both us and the ballers in terms of what happens with density and buoyancy. Are you having a laugh?
No, I mean, come on, guys, just concede.
Sorry, I'll say it again.
Density and
Our
buoyancy
assertion is not density.
explain
Sorry,
this. Just
Unorthodox, just listen. We are not making that assertion. That is like standard fact across both arguments. But you're trying to disprove the effects of density and buoyancy. Even though both of us hold that true. The bit that's contentious isn't the density and buoyancy bit, it's the gravity bit.
Well, I just wanted. I heard. I should give the guy credit.
Let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me just establish something. Hold on. Unorthodox. Let me just ask something.
Idea from him.
Let me ask you something. Do you feel that the effects that you are trying to detail, whatever they may be, are attributable solely to the thing called gravity?
essentially, you could boil it down to that. Well, I mean,
Stop.
You could boil it down to that.
Stop.
That's what I believe.
Well, you're a moron.
Well, I mean, will you at least admit that density and buoyancy don't explain this? I mean,
Yeah, listen again. Listen again. Listen again. You didn't hear. You're deaf and stupid. In both explanations, there is density and buoyancy. Both. Yeah? Anthony, as much as I don't like this argument, points out that the only section of that explanation that is attributable to gravity is 1/50 millionth in Newtonian Cavendish gravity. So both have got this thing that you are now claiming is our explanation for something that has held true to both sides of the argument. You're trying to tell us that you think gravity is 100% responsible for the effects that is accepted on both sides of density and buoyancy. You are the stupidest person to ever present anything on this panel. You are literally as thick as two short shites.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so Ranty's saying suction.
No, I actually, hold on real quick. Actually, I would like my peers to evaluate my critique. Do you guys feel that I adequately addressed unorthodox, or did I miss
Critique it
something?
again. Say what you said again.
Basically, I said that he's creating a vacuum that is withdrawing the liquid, and he's containing it with the other container. But if he removes that container, all he's doing is allowing the liquid to displace its own.
Stop jumping on Daddy now, please. Stop it.
So in regards to the critique, I want to hear how unorthodox justifies this position, which was, quote, "You can't explain this without referencing gravity." Can you explain to me where you think the gravity fits into this? Because I don't even see where the gravity fits into this.
I mean, that's what... Come on, don't be silly. You know where gravity fits into this. It's pulling it down towards Earth.
Okay, so when you can siphon off petrol from a tank, yeah, by using a suction and a hose. So you would put the hose in, and it would be facing down. You would suck it. You would create the suction
force,
the force, which would then suck it up and then down, and it would continue to do that. It's the same. No, it's the same as if you was to have a hose in a bath, and you attach it to the bath to the tap, turn the water on, and you run it up out your window into the yard, and then you pull the hose out, stick it into the bath water. It will drain it. It will continue to drain it. It will suction it out, and that has to go first up and then down. It doesn't just necessarily go down. It's a suction force.
If I suck on this right now, it'll go up. So
the principle is the same. It's a suction that can do it either way.
So I'm sucking on a bottle for you guys here.
Oh, no worries.
No, hold on. Hold on.
Just let me ask him a question.
It's doing the opposite.
So what's the cause?
Unorthodox.
What's the cause? What's the cause?
Unorthodox's point is that the liquid is the same density, so it shouldn't displace itself because it's the same density. That's his point. His point is if he sucks it up into the straw and then he stops sucking, it should stay there without a vacuum.
There you go.
No, because there's still the air around it to which it will find an equilibrium.
There's still a disequilibrium, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there is a disequilibrium, but the disequilibrium you guys are talking about is causing force upwards. The suction, a vacuum, is causing it to want to go up.
Sorry, no, that's not causing it. You're causing it.
Yeah. What? This is why I asked what made you think gravity was the only explanation, because I don't see how gravity is the only explanation. In fact, I don't even see where gravity fits into it.
Just ask it as a question. What makes the water
go up?
Don't
be silly, Riley. You know where gravity fits into it.
Hold on, and let me just ask you a direct question, Orthodox. What caused the water to go up?
The vacuum.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, do you want to put your bottle back on screen? Almighty vacuum, make the bottle rise. Nothing's happening. Oh, you're touching it, you stupid morons. Why are you touching it? I thought it was the vacuum doing this. Get your stupid hands away from it right now. You're doing this, you stupid idiot. Do you think I'm blind?
Hey, no man-made phenomenon.
Hold on, Owen.
That doesn't matter.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it does.
I just watched you do it.
Come on, man.
I just watched you do it.
Density cannot explain that.
Let me ask again. Let me ask again for the stupid moron known as unorthodox. What caused the bottle to go up?
Me.
Right. There's your cause, you stupid muppet.
Me causing the bottle to go up is the cause of the water going down. Perfect explanation.
You caused this, you stupid man.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, don't stutter. Say yes, Nathan. Thank you for pointing out my idiocy. I caused this when I pulled the bottle with my hand.
Yes,
I think what's happening here is.
So hold on, Owen. Owen, I hadn't done berating him. Owen, I wasn't done berating him. So, do you think you can formulate this into a hypothesis for tomorrow? Then, the cause, if man pulls bottle, I hadn't finished. If man pulls bottle.
Okay, let me ask
Shut
you
up.
if I do that.
Why are you still talking? You're the stupid one getting berated by me. So shut up and be berated by me. If man pulls bottle, that's your cause. So you're going to hypothesize that for us if I touch the bottle and yank it? You moron.
What if I put the bottle there first and then make a vacuum?
Almighty vacuum, make the bottle rise.
No, what if we set it up?
Hold on, shut up.
The bottle is in the top, it's in this position right here.
Now you're touching it again. What's your problem? What's your malfunction? Why do you keep causing this to happen? I thought it was the vacuum that caused it.
I'm working against it, man.
Sorry, you keep touching it, you stupid blithering moron. You caused this. Don't you get it yet?
Dude, y'all promised me y'all give me a concession, guys. I told you to be getting mentally prepared yesterday.
Denseness that is causing this.
Unauthorized. There's nothing to concede here, man. You are the one causing that to happen. You are causing that disequilibrium.
Is he asking us to concede something?
I'm causing it to go up. I'm not causing it to go down.
Oh, really? Let's do it a third time. Let's see if we can do it without him touching it. He's saying he's not causing this. Move your stupid iPad out the way of the bottle. Almighty vacuum, make the bottle rise. Let's see if it happens without him touching it.
It's happening.
You seem to be touching it off camera. I can just see your thumb, you stupid muppet.
Oh, you're still holding it.
Do you think this is funny? So you are basically wasting our time. Get out of my hangout, you utter disgrace.
Oh, I wanted to ask him what level of education.
How dare he come in here, lift a bottle, and tell me he's got some sort of scientific validation? What an utter stupid moron!
I think the cause of the phenomena was unorthodox's denseness.
Yeah, absolutely. The density of unorthodox's head. That's what caused that phenomena. What an outrage. The reason he got kicked was because at the end, when he realised his stupidity, rather than conceding it, he laughed at his own ridiculous demonstration, as he could have called it. And it leaves me stuttering, mad, fuming, annoyed with just how stupid these people are. So, we were supposed to be quaking in our boots, were we, for that? You with a water bong. Unbelievable.
Water bong. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
I never thought I'd see a gravity bong as proof of gravity. That's just funny.
keep getting the name wrong. I keep calling it a water bong. Gravity bong. That's the right term, isn't it? Gravity bong.
How have you grabbed all these subscribers recently, Nate?
Red Pill Philosophy and Jaren, I think, and doing show Patricia, which I think is now going to move to Thursday, by the way. So hopefully the secret show will return.
Are you stalking Ranty?
Stalking what?
That's about it.
Is Ranty stalking?
Stalking me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop Ranty, man. He was at the end of... No, it is still this month. So during this period of terrible YouTube horribleness for me. Ranty's been shilling for me there and everywhere. So I'm not going to complain at Ranty today.
Oh, by the way, as we draw close to the end of this show, Nathan, just check out your inbox at AOL.com.
What? AOL?
You'll soon be at 11K then, Nath. Yeah?
I think Nathan must be the only user that still uses AOL.
Yeah, my subscriber growth has been enormous. So for the vast majority of this month, bar about 3 or 4 days, I've been unable to publish anything on the Nathan Oakley 1980 channel. So if you're watching this on Nathan Oakley channel, when I round out the show for the live audience in a moment, don't go anywhere. The show will continue. But anyway, I've not been able to upload a single thing. And I've had the biggest subscriber growth of the history of the channel during a period when I'm not uploading a thing.
Is that telling you something?
What?
People subscribe when you're not on.
I'd get more subscribers if I did nothing. Yeah, that's what it tells me.
Nathan, if I screen share now, do you see the white paper or do you see the Hangout screen?
I see a white paper. Do I need to be presenting this to the audience?
Yeah, go on.
Okie doke, Europe.
So Unorthodox makes the claim that you can't explain his thing without mentioning gravity, and I still can't see that. But I just want to remind people on our side of the discussion, the context here. Basically, that if you're going to argue gravity and it's the center of mass, like mass attracting mass to the center of the Earth. I would talk about the ratio that Cavendish quantified the power of this gravitational pull was not less than 50 million to 1. Well, just imagine. Well, it's just a thought experiment or a thought exercise. Imagine that science realized that they were getting close to having scales that were actually capable of measuring a 50 millionth to 1. And then they needed to reposition the goalposts a little bit because they don't want people measuring to see whether or not there is an actual gravitational force. You'd have to move the goalposts a little bit. And instead of talking in 50 millionths, you might have to make it 200 millionths or 600 millionths, right? I reread this paper last night, and this is what they've done. They've moved the goalposts that far back now that you're never going to be able to measure gravity, not even with Einsteinian gravity. So the first couple of points. Einsteinian gravity, according to Scientific American Journal, which is dated 2015 by a guy called George Musser, basically replaced and snapped the wand of Newtonian mechanics or Newtonian attractive forces between masses in two. It snaps the wand in two. I've read this many times. But what I want to read is the scale. So in the context of Cavendish that quantified it to be 1 in 50 million, of the object's weight. Listen to what Einstein put the scale at in his, and if this isn't moving the goalposts to make it more unobtainable so that we could never prove it, you tell me what the interpretation is that should that this should be interpreted as. So if I scroll down to this, it's the paragraph that is above the final, right? So we've got relativity's revelation, right? Listen to this, and I'll read it as eloquently as I can because it's beautiful. It's poetic. It's artistic. It's so abstract it could be on the wall. It reads, "The morphing of space and time is not just the stuff of exotic physics. It governs the motion of any falling object. Baseballs, wine glasses, expensive smartphones, things that slip out of your hand accelerate towards the floor because Earth's mass warps time. Down is defined by the direction in which time passes more slowly. Clocks at sea level tick more slowly than clocks on the summit of Denali. A watch strapped to your ankle will fall behind one on your wrist." Really? This is the best bit. In human terms, the deviations are small. Instead of being 1 in 50 million, look at this. This is parts in a trillion. Now, I had to look up how many noughts a trillion has. A million has got 6 noughts. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, there's 6 noughts in a million. A trillion has got 12 noughts. So I don't think anybody would ever earn a trillion. Even a footballer would never earn $1 trillion or pounds in their career. But are you going to try and tell me that in some way to try and prove Einsteinian gravity, which is a mathematical construct, where you've now got to demonstrate that things are falling down, but it's defined as the direction in which time travels more slowly, and it's trillions to 1. the dilation of time, you've got to measure the dilation of time that's in parts per million, which is now trillion, parts per trillion, 12 zeros. You've got to measure that amount of time dilation in the context of a mathematical concept. Yet you morons still think that there's this attractive force between masses that's been expunged and snapped in half by Einstein. Yet even if you accept that Einstein's maths is the current science and that's what you should be doing, you're going to have to change time. So unless you've got a DeLorean with a flux capacitor, ain't nobody going to be measuring or manipulating time to prove Einstein correct. So what this does is it makes the whole concept of Einsteinian gravity, the current science for what we observe to be this gravity that you all believe, so far-fetched, remote, nonsensical, it's actually beautiful. So this is what we should all be citing back to the ballers if they ever claim anything to do with gravity. In human terms, the deviation of Einsteinian gravity are parts in a trillion at most.
And with that, I'm going to say, first and foremost, a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully sharing this debate. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. If you hated the show, then you know exactly what to do. Smash that dislike button, but then smash it again. But if you liked it, maybe consider sharing it with a friend or subscribing if you've not done so already. If you're watching this on the Nathan Oakley 1980 premiere, then stay tuned as the after show will follow shortly. Once again, a massive thank you to all who watched in the live audience on the Flat Earth Debate channel. Link in the info box if you're watching on Nathan Oakley 1980. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
It's funny what he was saying about his channel growing when he hasn't put any content out, because you know, we've been in competition with each other, and you've been doing daily shows, haven't you?
To me or Anthony?
Yeah, you've been doing daily shows, and I'm still out subscribing you even without uploading any content.
It's horrendous.
You went on Gerrans. You went on Gerrans. You got a full-on advert from someone with 120,000 subscribers. You had an hour and, what, 15-minute advert out of him? Same as me.
Yeah. But this is, I'm just saying now, it's like now I've not put any content out for days and days, and Anthony's putting content out and he's not growing.
Well, hang on a minute, that's not true. But secondly, I'm not actually doing it for that reason.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, really, I'm not. I could stop now and it wouldn't bother me.
Oh, yeah, that's what they all say.
I actually do believe Anthony. He's pretty nonchalant
Sounds like
about
a
this.
very familiar...
I'll prove it. Nathan,
really?
Do you not remember what I said to you right at the very start
of the show?
No. I said to Ranty right at the very start, I said, let's have a pretend war where we argue over subs. And it now seems to be real. And I'm like, okay, no worries. We'll see how real it is.
It's not real. Just pointing it out that Nathan grew without putting any content out. And I have the same as well. And when you put content out, you don't grow as quick.
That's utter bollocks. I've never heard anything so stupid in my entire life. Your entire YouTube channel is totally content driven.
Well, I'll tell you a very annoying little side effect, and that is every time I go absolutely berserk, I seem to get a lot of subscribers right away.
Yeah, we love it.
150 people watching you.
Because people like that type of drama.
Yeah, I know. But I can't fake it, though.
I think the coffee shop doesn't have a good ring to it. Coffee shop and donuts. It's like,
no, it is great.
Come on.
I meet most flat earthers in real life in the freaking coffee shop.
Guys, I got 10 more till I get 100 subscribers. Woo-hoo! This is awesome because I've never asked for subscribers, so it's amazing that I even have 90.
Words are where the letters F and E are next to each other, that where the letters are in the middle somewhere, so it can be highlighted. There's not that many words that have got F and E in it.
But Chocolate, have you got content on your channel?
No, which is why I don't ask for subscribers, because I don't make any content, at least not yet.
But you are basically backing Ranty's argument, aren't you? Literally with no content, you've had more growth than Anthony.
Apparently, because people have told me they subscribe to me because they'll like what I say when I speak. So it's based off of that completely, because I haven't made one video. So it's cool for me.
Yeah, man.
Maybe put some content out. You've got a camera phone, right?
By the way, guys, you wanna see what basically toppled my sanity last night?
Yeah, that's what I asked you on the show. I asked you that on the show, and you gave us a load of word salad about pedophiles or something.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, check it out. This shit. Okay.
What shit?
I posted the link in the.
Is it current news, current events?
Just a freaking title, enough.
Infowars. Satanists don't just rape children, they eat their brains. Okay.
Yeah.
To be fair to them, it would be a bit of a waste, wouldn't it? Let's be honest.
And the messed up thing is, it's true.
Is there any evidence that anybody's ever eaten somebody's brains?
Not scientific evidence, but even that I told you, those messed up psychopaths that involve themselves with me. They did this shit. I didn't look at it. I didn't want to know. They like told me, bragged about all their vileness. Okay?
Okie dokie.
It's all real. It's so fucked up.
No swearing, please.
Okay. Well, I did actually see this video a long time ago about a monkey that was sort of like strapped down and people ate its brain whilst it was still alive.
I saw that in school.
It haunts me to this day.
Yes.
I mean, I literally...
That's from Faces of Death. I remember that. It was like a movie, a compilation of a bunch of death scenes and craziness. And I remember seeing that when I was a kid. I must have been like 11 or 12 when I saw that. And I saw them sitting at a table with a live monkey with a hole in the middle of the table. Yeah, laughing. And then they leave the thing alive. They all grab a hammer and beat this poor monkey till it's dead and its brains are coming out. And then they take a spoon and just eat it out of the brain.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Fucked up, innit?
Yo, it's the craziest thing. I remember as soon as you said that right there, I was like, oh my God, I just had a flashback of that. Yeah, it's insane, man.
Are these people still like doing a life sentence now, or?
No, but what I'm saying is it doesn't put it past the realms of possibility that if they'll do that to another primate, a monkey, then, you know, the next step is to do it to a human, you know.
It's way more than that. Okay, if you paid any damn attention at Martin Liedtke's hangouts, freaking a quarter of his pictures with all that disgusting shit, that is what they do! And if they always done that shit to everything, to giants, to other people, to anything you can imagine, they fuck it up.
Dude, you got 1,000 subscribers, man. Calm down.
I was going to say, man,
so,
that adrenaline didn't last very long, did it?
Yeah, when I saw the monkey thing, they were portraying it as a delicacy. So it wasn't even illegal. It was an accepted cuisine.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Wherever they were, it was like a cool thing to do. Like, that's where you go to do this thing.
Yeah, like China or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember for the life of me where it was, but yeah.
It was in a restaurant, wasn't it? Yeah, it was in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, who the fuck would pay? Who would do? I mean, that gets me.
Psychopaths who want the entire world dead and suffering. That's who would do it.
And to Arwen's point, I could see that monkey a delicacy of a person being held in there, even more of a delicacy, and they would pay more for it. So I could see it happening. You know, not that it's proof of anything.
There was a literal picture that Martin showed yesterday of a giant where they did exactly that. They opened his skull and were just ramming things into it and getting its brains out. That's what they were doing. That's what they do.
You showed a video of what?
Not a video, just a picture.
A print from medieval times.
Wow, that escalated to a video real fast.
Okay. I'm sorry. I
Pretty
didn't
soon
hear.
it's going to be like, yeah, I was there. I saw this happening. Just calm down, man.
Relax, man. I'm just trying to find out exactly what he's saying. But yeah, I understand why Arwen gets pissed off about this, because it is fucking insane, man. It is insane that people are doing this, and this pedophile shit is out there. It is happening. It's fucked up.
It's not just insane.
On that note, I've heard enough of Arwen's story to at least know precisely why he had a bit of a meltdown. So I'll use that as an opportunity to say another massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the audience in Nathan Oakley Premiere for tuning in and hopefully sharing this pre-recorded after show. Once again, I've been Nathan Oakley, and I will see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!